Okay, we're back with Judges chapter 20, the second half. The Israelites had retreated from Benjamin's warriors in order to give those hiding in the ambush more room to maneuver. Then those who were hiding rushed in from all sides and killed everyone in the town. They sent up a large cloud of smoke from the town, which was the signal for the Israelites to turn and attack Benjamin's warriors. But at that time, Benjamin's warriors had killed about 30 Israelites, and they shouted, "We're defeating them as we did the first battle." But when the warriors of Benjamin looked behind them and saw the smoke rising in the sky from every part of the town, the Israelites turned and attacked. At this point, Benjamin's warriors realized disaster was near and became terrified. So they ran toward the wilderness, but the Israelites chased after them and killed them. The Israelites surrounded the Benjaminites and were relentless in chasing them down, finally overtaking them east of Gibeah. 18,000 of Benjamin's greatest warriors died in that day's battle. The survivors fled in the wilderness toward the rock of Rimmon, but Israel killed 5,000 of them along the road. They continued the chase until they had killed another 2,000 near Gedam. So the tribe of Benjamin lost 25,000 brave warriors that day, leaving only 600 men who escaped to the rock of Rimmon, where they lived for 4 months. Then the Israelites returned and slaughtered every living thing in all the towns, the people and the cattle, everything. They also burned down every town they came to. Judges chapter 21. Israel provides wives for Benjamin. The Israelites had vowed at Mizpah never to give their daughters in marriage to a man from the tribe of Benjamin. And the people went to Bethel and sat in the presence of the God until evening, raising their voices and weeping bitterly. "O Lord, God of Israel," they cried, "why has this happened? Now one of our tribes is missing." Early the next morning, the people built an altar and presented their burnt offerings and peace offerings to it. Then they said, "Was any tribe of Israel not represented when we held our council in the presence of the Lord at Mizpah?" At that time they had taken a solemn oath in the Lord's presence, vowing that anyone who refused to come must die. The Israelites felt deep sadness for Benjamin and said, "Today we have lost one of the tribes from our family. It is nearly wiped out. How can we find wives for the few who remain, since we have sworn by the Lord not to give them our daughters in marriage?" So they asked, "Was anyone absent when we present ourselves to the Lord at Mizpah?" And they discovered that no one from Jabesh Gilead had attended, for after they counted all the people, no one from Jabesh Gilead was present. So they sent 12,000 soldiers to Jabesh Gilead with orders to kill everyone there, including women and children. "This is what you are to do," they said, "completely destroy all the men, all the males, and every woman who is not a virgin." Among the residents of Jabesh Gilead, they found 400 young virgins who had never slept with a man, and they brought them to the camp at Shiloh in the land of Canaan. The Israelite assembly sent a peace delegation to the little remnant of Benjamin who were living at the rock of Rimmon. Then the men of Benjamin returned to their homes, and the 400 women of the Jabesh Gilead who were spared were given to them as wives, but there were not enough women for all of them. The people felt sorry for Benjamin because the Lord had left this gap in the tribes of Israel. So the Israelite leaders asked, "How can we find wives for the few who remain, since all the women of the tribe of Benjamin are dead? There must be heirs for the survivors, that an entire tribe of Israel will not be lost forever. But we cannot give them our own daughters in marriage, because we have sworn with a solemn oath that anyone who does this will fall under God's curse." Then they thought of the annual festival of the Lord held in Shiloh between Lebanon and Bethel, alongside the east side of the road that goes from Bethel to Shechem. They told the men of Benjamin who still needed wives, "Go and hide in the vineyards. When the women of Shiloh come out of their dances, rush out from the vineyards, and each of you can take one of them home to be your wife. And when their fathers and brothers come to us in protest, we will tell them, 'Please be understanding. Let them have your daughters, for we didn't find enough wives for them when we destroyed Jabesh Gilead. And you are not guilty of breaking the vow, since you did not give your daughters in marriage to them.'" So the men of Benjamin did as they were told. They kidnapped the women who took part in the celebration, and carried them off to the land of their own inheritance. And then they rebuilt their towns and lived in them. So the assembly of Israel departed by tribes and families and returned to their own homes. In those days, Israel had no king, so the people did whatever they seemed right in their own eyes. Okay, with that, we're done with the book of Judges. Tomorrow, it's on to the book of Ruth.